What is going on YouTube? My chair is so creaky. It's also been a couple of weeks, so apologies for that. Stuff has been happening, but of course you've had my podcasts to listen to as well. I can take this microphone super close. Obviously, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking in. We're back with another vlog episode. I want to say 6, 7, something like that. I could probably just look at the other title, but I'm not going to. In terms of our becoming half an Iron Man, I am basically Tony Stark right now. You noticed I'm a little bit leaner. Got my CFO certified. Yeah, so thanks for stopping by. Make sure, share, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I'm sure you know what the drill is today, but I'm actually not going to go too deep into the data. A little bit more fun for you. We're going to actually spend some time going over a couple of purchases, because I had promised that I'd made a couple of larger purchases, I guess. Not my bike yet. But I'm on the lookout. I'm on the hunt. So there's some other purchases that I need to talk about, which are were needed for my training ASAP, essentially, as it was getting incomprehensible that I didn't have it. But yeah, we'll talk about it. So we've got purchase bucket. We're gonna have a little look at goggles. Have a look at this on my wrist. I'm now a double-wristed heart rate person. If you see me around town, just shout nerd at me. And I guess it's my jam. And then we're going to go through, you'll see it when it goes down to it. You'll see it flash on the screen. You'll have the whole thing, my whole workout plan for the last 4 weeks. Because I think I did say that what I was doing in terms of following the plan, maybe in week 1, but we are now in week 4 of a 12-week cycle. Prepping me for, in theory, it would be to compete in 12 weeks, but I'm running an intermediate phase and then I'm running an advanced phase, but we'll get into that as we go. Okay, obviously I've given myself a whole year, so we should be all right. But yeah, let's dive into it. Boom! All right, we're gonna go straight into purchase bucket. Probably the most exciting thing that I can probably do is we will be back in 2 seconds with something else. Whoa, there we go. Nice. As you can probably see, 2 very snazzy. One with the actual thing, and one a very darkened out thing. Okay, I'm going to show you what they are, and very much goes towards my swimming, which is coming on leaps and bounds. It is now 17 degrees in the Lido at the moment, so borderline. I've just bought a stubby wetsuit. I've got a normal wetsuit, but I didn't really want to wear it. But yeah, I have tested these out. I have done one swim. Not these. Those are my earplugs. There we go. But yeah, they're great. If I'm honest, we are talking about these Magic 5 goggles. Should we double goggle? Pretty much. These are good. So I've got an indoor pair and an outdoor pair. Okay, so pretty nice. We'll talk about because these have still got the protectors on. I haven't swum indoors at the moment, but these ones look cooler, don't they? They got the glare stuff going on, which are nice. So hands down, straight away, best goggles I've ever owned. Definitely. So you can probably, if you want to see a snug fit, the whole idea about the Magic 5, if you go and Google it, you will see that they were heavily in Shark Tank, which is the American Dragon's Den, innit? No Stephen Bartlett, no all those other guys over there, but they got bids from every single person, so which was amazing. So the idea behind this is you get a face scan, you literally hit your phone, download an app, you order your goggles. They're a little bit on the steep end, they're kind of at the higher end of premium, I guess, goggle. So they're, what are they, 55, 65 quid each. If you can do a bundle, I got 10% off because you can subscribe to the email list. I'm not endorsed in any way, obviously, because I spent money on these. And yeah, they fit like a dream. So you actually scan your face. It took a little bit of an awkward amount. I had to redo it. Maybe the customer service needs to be a little bit better, because when you get told you need to do a new scan, I got an email from Rasmus. No idea what that is. It should say Magic 5 on the top. If you're a company, have your email properly. So yeah, they're pretty legit. So the idea that you scan your face, so they take in the contours of what's happening around here, so they fit nice and snug. Most goggles will overlap on your eye socket somehow on either side. Either they'll be too high, or they'll be too low, or they won't sit right. These are sitting pretty snug. I've had one big swim, so probably 2.6K swim, intermittent with laps and stuff like that, which was being good. And they leaked very slightly on, I think, this side, but I think that is probably more to do. I've got 5 different nose things to put in, and I haven't sorted out the straps perfectly. They probably could go a little bit tighter. Other than that, mate, they're really good. Honestly, if you're going to be dipping into this kind of realm, I would recommend. I can assume that basically what they do is this stuff, you can't really see it, but definitely on this gooey stuff on the inside is, I assume, kind of molded to my face, so it sits a little bit more snug. And the idea, it's got demist spray in it and anything like that. So these are the anti-glare ones, and then these are like my indoor ones when I decide it's too cold, as it is now 17 degrees, which in correlation, we'll talk about the swims in a bit, but massive correlation, spending like 50 minutes to an hour in the pool. 7 degrees is hard. And a lot of this, I'll tell you in a minute about this plan, but a lot of it's heart rate based. Cold water, you cannot get your heart rate up. I certainly cannot, okay? That's going to be a bit tough. When I put my wetsuit on, it might be a little bit better. Okay, so that is purchase pocket number 1. Right, that was click. Then we've got this. We'll show a little bit more. I've got my Garmin Forerunner. Look like a Power Ranger. Morph. Yeah, so I've got my Garmin Forerunner 745. So I believe that is correct. So there was a debate, basically the 2 triathlon watches that were highly recommended from Garmin, because I did ask my audience, which is you, especially on Instagram, on the running. There's definitely a running potential, but maybe not all of them do as good swimming stuff. So the thing I wanted was like a tri watch which would do everything, and then so you Garmin Connect and it like relaps and everything. So I've still got my Whoop, but it's coming a little bit redundant, if I'm honest, because I've got lots of stuff that happens through here. So the data is better in terms of heart rate and recovery scores and everything like that is much better on the Whoop, but I'm using this to track. Obviously, I needed it to track my runs because it was becoming an issue that I needed to pace out and to do certain things, and we'll discuss that in this plan. Okay, which I might make a plan available at some point this year once I finish this one into January. If you get the bug or want to do a triathlon or want to pick up something from me, I think I'm going to rework this, because anecdotally I can write this better, but it's a great kind of score to put it out there. Okay, so the Garmin's been really good. So in terms of heart rate stuff, I've been able to see heart rate all the way through, because the one thing about the Whoop has no screen. I need my phone out to check stuff. Okay, so I can look at my heart rate as I'm running, as I'm swimming, as I'm cycling. Also it pairs with everything, like Wattbike. I mainly use Wattbike for my my cycles. And yeah, in terms of the running pacing, it's been fantastic, okay? Because the idea is where I want to be by Christmas is somewhere around like a 20-minute 5K, and have that in my brain. But it's also good for pacing for my zone 2 efforts or my threshold efforts and all that kind of fun stuff, okay? Because at the moment, all of my speed days or my threshold days, I'm trying to run no matter what distance it is, because they normally shorter. I'm trying to run at like 4-minute kilometers, just under, okay, to get that 20 good. So big for me. Probably some of you professionals out there, not too quick, but it's been nice. So that has been, so this is I got this one basically because I wanted to wear it every day, because I've got my Apple Watch, which is here, but it's redundant now. It's an Apple Series 3, it's old as hell. Because otherwise I had been using my Casio. Nothing wrong with that. Still timing right now. But I was using that for timings for splits and stuff, and it just doesn't work, okay? I needed to know my pacing, and I can tap, and I can find basically stride rate, all that cadence stuff that happens on the bike, happens on the swim, my stroke rate, my swolf, which I'm still working out what that is, my efficiency rates, my recovery rates, and all this kind of fun stuff, so I can see what happens as I get better. It has got like your body battery and everything, like recovery score and sleep score. This is better than that. I'm ignoring this one because obviously this one's got over 6 months of data on it about me now, and then this is saying that it's guesstimating my 5k time, which is cool, which is saying it's a 22:50. I've done obviously faster than that, but it's guesstimating give or take around. So, and then it tracks all my fun stuff throughout the week and gives my heart rate all the time. I've got apparently 39 body battery steps left or whatever. Yeah, and it gives me suggested workouts. A little bit annoying, but I don't need to do that. So the reason I did this one, because the GPS is like that, it's super quick, and it is not as big as the 945, I think, or the 955 or 965. One of those. There's so many watches out there, but I did my research just in case you want to buy another one. In terms of the Garmin's, they seem to be the best one. It's got a triathlon mode, okay, which is why I wanted it. It's not as bulky, so I can wear it every day, and as you can see, I've got a super toned down watch face, as opposed to some of the massive data that some of them give out. So that is why. All right, if you want to know any more, I can dive into details, but it's pretty good. It has been consistent so far. I would highly recommend. If you get it in a dodgy color, you can actually pick it up for a lot less, like 180. I actually got a refurbished one because it was black for like 250, but I think the price gap between these going between 180 and like 300 compared to the 945s, 955 or 965, whatever they were, at like nearly 600, 700 quid. I'm all right. It seemed a bit much for that, considering all the tech and stuff. Triathlons are expensive. It's kind of like golf. My bag's still more, but we're all good. All right, training. Right, we're gonna have, so on your screen now, we will see. We're just gonna flick through from week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, which I'm currently in, just to see what is going on. Apologies, my eyes are gonna divert slightly. I'm going to put it on my other screen so it almost looks like I'm looking at you. So yeah, we've got a bunch of stuff that's going through. This is week 1 right now. So we've got like swim, bike, run, optional bikes, rest days, bikes, runs, run off the bike, swims. So this I downloaded from my pro coach, I think. And I think one of the good things that I can do with this is I can manipulate it how I want, because it's all heart rate written at the moment. But I will go through, so let's go through. So you've had a good look at week 1 there. Let's have a look at week 2. So you can see the swim. So I would say the drawbacks of this right now is whomever made this, their maths is not correct. So it's very rare that this top number, where it gives you the time or the distance, adds up to the workout, especially on week 2 or 3. I think it didn't add up correctly, unless my maths is awful, but I'm pretty sure I was correct, okay? So that's a little bit of a side note, but when I'm gonna remodel this and take some other stuff away to make it maybe a little bit better, to make your data seem better as you go along, because I'm using this as a skeleton and then building around it, okay? So as you can see, so I'm in week 2, I've got 9 hours 47. I'm probably not doing that. I'm probably take a couple of hours off that because I've not done always the optional bike, and this bike and run off the bike I've been doing as a run. just because I need 1, 2, 3 runs in at the moment, because that's my week stage. And then I try to have like probably 1 to 2. I split up my S&C and my swim. So I'm always 1 to 2 swims, 1 to 2 bikes, and hopefully 2 to 3 runs with an S&C session built in, okay? Their S&C session is not great. Again, I said on the last last YouTube, what I'm doing in terms of my S&C. So go have a look at that. It will generally theme around 1, 2, 3 different workouts. And I show them, I think I showed them all on that YouTube, okay? So we'll try and keep this YouTube at 20 minutes, nothing longer. Right, so as you can see, if I go into week 3, you've had a good look at week 3. So a little bit more accumulation. So there's been almost 9 hours, 9.5 hours, and then 10.5 hours of training load, okay? So that's mainly been because the runs have gotten longer. So obviously I've done my 90-minute run, hour and a 3/4 run. That's been hard to stay in zone 2, so I need to slow myself down. But what I have been doing is just running at certain paces. So I've got a running calculator in terms of what my 5K time is. I know what, in theory, my recovery time is. Basically, the R&D, some guys at Nike, and I do that as well. So my runs, so if you look at the runs, basically, they're saying running to threshold or hard. So zone 2, I tend to stick at the zone 2 for the warm-up. But then when I move into like main sets, so you got 6 minutes at zone 4, 2 minutes recovery, 2 times 3 minutes in low, zone 5, 2 minutes recovery. I've been doing these a little bit harder, okay? Mainly because I want to get used to running at a certain velocity and a certain speed. So I've been doing these, as I said, is between like 350 and 420 minute kilometers. So at that pace at my effort levels, and then my 2 minute recoveries I've been doing, trying to get my heart rate back down to zone 1, zone 2, which is basically, it is walk. I'm going to be honest, nobody's recovering that quickly. It is walk or dawdle more than anything else. And these ones I've started doing on the track as well. My long runs, I'm all over the place. I'm trying to hit between, I'm trying to just do about 6 minute Ks, to be fair. On the long runs, because I'm still trying to build that cardio base. So it's 5:45 to 6 minute Ks has been the idea. My bikes, I've transposed this into wattage, okay? I've done the same zones, but I'm gonna do the watt power zones instead of my heart rate zones. They tend to correlate. I'm an okay cyclist, but I'm able to push certain things hard or tempos and stuff like that a little bit differently on the bike. So I'm going off because obviously I did my 20-minute test, which gave me my zones, my training zones, and then I'm applying this to the heart rate zones here, okay? And then my swim, I am judging this off pacing now. Now I've got my watch. I can do this off pacing of what I need to hit. So maybe if there's a zone 5 effort here, so I know for zone 5 and it's 100 meters, I know I need to swim at like 130, 100 meters. Okay, so that should be a 90 seconds to 140 seconds, 140 minute session for zone 5, and it just kind of drops back by about 10 seconds each time, 5 to 10 seconds per zone, so I know what I should be hitting. And my zone 2, zone 3 is definitely much the pace I'll probably be at when I'm properly swimming a little bit longer. Okay, I can't do the heart rate because I've either got to be indoors or I've got to put my wetsuit on, because currently at that pool temperature it's too cold and I can't get my heart rate high enough even when I'm gunning it. Okay, so hopefully you like my little workouts, and here is week 4, active recovery. This is what I'm currently in. I'm on my rest day, and I will be working in, I did mix my swim and my runs all over the place. Okay, so yeah, which is a little bit different in terms of what's happening. Nice, cool. Right, hopefully that sheds a little bit of light on what I'm doing and how I'm doing. I'm feeling good. I've got no injuries, apart from my neck is feeling a bit gammy, but that's because I swam and played golf on the same day. So I need to get that seen to and massaged. But yeah, if you have any questions, comment down below, send me a message. If you like this video, please like and sub. If you've watched it, please. I'm trying to get, let's get over 100 subs. Same as my Instagram, don't we? And we'll see what's going on, right? So I think I'll come back with another one next week because I will be doing a full swim this week, and I'll let you know on something that I will be running a free 7-day thing, challenge, whatever. So it's going to have some aerobic stuff, some strength stuff that you might want to do in case you're looking for something to train for. It's not triathlon related, it's cardio, strength endurance, plyometrics, all that kind of fun stuff that I do in my strength sessions. But I will talk about that a little bit next week in my vlog after my swim, and we'll get a little bit more data going on and see how my my heart rate's changed and stuff. Okay, all right, 21 minutes. We're not that bad. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. Like, sub, share, the other thing, and I hope you have a good week.